Hello, South Shores Church. I heard this funny joke recently that goes something like this. In the year 2053, Jimmy Jones had just celebrated that he used the last roll of toilet paper that his parents bought during the coronavirus. When I heard this, I started to laugh, and then I took a little pause to think. My grandson, Harvey, if you hadn't heard, was born at the beginning of this coronavirus quarantine. Obviously, I won't be with him when he's 53, but I started to wonder how his generation will be brought up in response to this time. And then my mind was all over my life map. I love that our church is multi-generational. We have 6 generations represented here. Builders, silent generation, baby boomers, Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z. And now I just heard the idea that Harvey's generation could be called the Coronials. That's just wrong. Each generation has lived through world and national challenges and has gained wisdom, experience, and perseverance. This now is something new. All of these generations are in this very time together, facing a worldwide problem. I started to think about what I hoped for Harvey's generation, for Harvey's future. I'm sure all grandparents take time to reflect on this. The obvious hopes for lots of love and security, safety for him to know the Lord and to be raised securely in the truth of all that salvation brings. So I've been seeking the scriptures for guidance and discernment, strength and wisdom, trying to understand these times and what I can bring to them for my family, friends, church, neighbors, the world. I was led to Isaiah 43:18 through 19. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. It springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Isaiah's writing to the children of Israel came at a bleak time period in their history. They're in captivity. They've lost everything they thought they would keep forever. And they were yearning for their land and the blessings God had promised them. If God's people had been stayed focused on their captivity, they would never have experienced the something new that he was doing. The Israelites learned that they could not depend on their past victories to sustain them. God told them to forget the former things. All their previous victories were doing nothing to set them free at this time. They needed a new work, a new miracle, a new victory. New eyes to see God at work and not just the problems working in them. I think God wants to realign the way we look at things, to move on to the new thing he is doing right now in our hearts and in our minds. I believe we need new faith and a new godly 2020 vision in 2020. Do you see possibilities or problems? Will you cry out with me as David did? Will you not revive us again, that your people may rejoice in you? Show us your mercy, O Lord. Grant us your salvation. I will hear what God the Lord will speak. Where are you being pressed now? If your life is producing wine, W-H-I-N-E, instead of W-I-N-E, wine, then ruthlessly kick it out. It is definitely a crime for a Christian to be weak in God's strength. He is with us. He will never forsake us. And he is showing us new things. Do you not perceive it?